I would have lip synced for my mother life today. I was mother ready. I was ready to do so. What does that have to do with anything? Don't go on topic.
Why are we yelling?
From fierce catwalks to iconic grand entrances, from famous catchphrases to breathtaking lip syncing, RuPaul's Drag Race is the gift that keeps on giving.
Latrice, can you take us to church?
Whoa, Jesus is a biscuit. Jesus is a biscuit.
It is never short of a lasting impression on its viewers. So today, we're counting down the most iconic, gag-worthy moments on RuPaul's Drag Race, and kicking things off, we've got the wig reveal that snatched all of our wigs, Roxy Andrews' double wigs. Now listen, if there's one thing you don't want to fuck up on the Drag Race stage, it's a wig reveal.
Good luck.
You've got one shot, one opportunity, don't pull an oops, it fell off too early moment. But Roxy Andrews, she did more than just snatch the room. She said, "Oh, you want a reveal? Baby, I brought layers." What Roxy Andrews pulled off was groundbreaking. Up against Alyssa Edwards in season 5 of the show, the two contestants were on the brink of elimination. One against the other, and they had to lip sync for their life to Willow Smith's Whip My Hair.
You queens, stand before me. Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself from elimination. The time has come for you to lip sync for your life.
Sure, they had to whip their hair, but Roxy did more than that. She had a trick up her sleeve, one no one had ever done, nor thought of ever doing on the show. She had another wig under her wig, ready to be whipped, and she quite literally whipped out a surprise that left us all bald.
They don't know what to do. We turn up.
She brought her A game, and her A game was iconic, legendary, and totally Roxy. However, when Alyssa Edwards isn't getting gagged, she's doing the gagging. Alyssa Edwards. I mean, who could possibly forget Alyssa Edwards and Tatiana performing Shut Up and Drive?
So if you think that you're the one, step into my ride. I'm a fine, supersonic speed machine. Better start on top and a gangster lean.
The splits, the stunts,
Shut up and drive.
that ending.
Wow.
It had no business being that good, and rightfully so, it was a double Shantae.
Ladies, I've made my decision. Tatiana, you're a winner, baby.
All those good feelings. I'm feeling all of them.
And Alyssa Edwards, you are also a winner, baby. We're gonna do it. Congratulations, you are both back in the competition.
Only.
Well, speaking of stealing the show, Sasha Velour's rose petals are definitely up there. And honestly, iconic doesn't even begin to cover it. Sasha Velour. The season 9 finale performance from Sasha was unexpected, breathtaking, and still being talked about to this very day.
The time has come to lip sync for the crown.
The audience gagged. Shea Coulee gagged. We all gagged. In what was the first ever lip sync smackdown for the crown, Sasha Velour and Shea Coulee were up against each other in a lip sync battle to Whitney Houston's So Emotional. Obviously, everyone could see the rose she held in the beginning, but no one expected the ones up her sleeves, and neither did they expect this. The whole audience erupted, and you just have to admit that this is just one moment we can all agree on to be beyond brilliant. But while we can still gag on some of the best lip-sync battles on the show, we can't help but mention some of the most iconic entrances on the show, La Ganja Estranja. First impressions, they say, matter, and it comes to that. No one does it better than La Ganja Estranja. That whole split earlier was at the All-Star 6. Now imagine what she did on her first time ever on the show.
Oh, y'all wanted a twist, eh? Come on, season 6, let's get 60!
Yeah.
Now, this is how you announce yourself and an amazing opening line. Brooklyn Heights. You know, RuPaul's Drag Race is never short of a great introduction, be it a grand entrance or a runway. Season 11 saw Brooklyn Heights gag us all, including the judges.
Ooh, you glow, girl.
All right, Pam Queer.
The immediate change in look was one thing, but she didn't just stop there. Brooklyn set the whole stage on fire.
I f***ed up Snatch Game and it was terrible, and I know I'm getting read to filth for it. So I'm pulling out all the stops. I need to light that runway on fire. RuPaul is gagged. Everyone is gagged. Yes, I did it.
Guess blondes really do have more fun.
Oh, yes. She went from Brooklyn to Brooklyn.
Well, when it isn't a grand entrance or a sequin on the runway, even an exit can be iconic on the show. Miss Vanjie. Hands down, in the history of the show, no exit has been more iconic than that of Miss Vanjie.
Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, you've done your house proud, and I have just one thing to say. Bam! Now, sashay away.
Miss Vanjie turned a loss into a legacy. I mean, no queen wants to be the first to go home, and even though one of them has to be, Miss Vanjie gave us one of the most unforgettable exits ever on the show.
Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie, Miss Vanjie.
We didn't get the name. What was it? Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
She left RuPaul in tears, regretting her decision, and that iconic exit became a global sensation.
Vanjie, 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 Miss Vanjie.
Angie. Angie.
Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie. Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie.
Miss Van.
You should know that Drag Race isn't just wigs, grand entrances, and runways. Sometimes, some of the best moments hit you in the feels. There are times when these drag queens put their hearts on their sleeves and bare their hearts to the world. Hearts. Some of the best moments on this show have been when competition took a back seat to being vulnerable. From queens opening up about their identities to powerful moments of acceptance and sisterhood, one such moment was Trinity K. Bonnet sharing her HIV positive status on stage, showing strength beyond the competition.
Speaking about it.
I wanted to come on the show and I wanted to be that voice for people who are scared.
Season 1 MAC Viva Glam Challenge winner, Ongina, is another proof that you can live a full life while living with HIV. In the 4th episode of the first season of RuPaul's Drag Race, Ongina won the MAC Viva Glam Challenge, which mentioned MAC Cosmetics donations to HIV and AIDS funds.
You're the winner of this challenge.
I'm a MAC Viva Glam woman because, like you and many others, I care. MAC donates 100% of Viva Glam proceeds to the AIDS and HIV fund. Educate, donate, and celebrate. Because life is a...
However, just after she was declared the winner, she broke down on the stage, publicly opening up about her struggles for the first time ever.
I just wanted to say, and I've been always so afraid to say it, that I've been living with HIV for the last 2 years of my life, and this means so much to me. I didn't want to say it on national TV because my parents doesn't know. Oh my God. You have to celebrate life. You keep going, and I keep going.
Johnny, you're an inspiration.
Thank you.
You're a survivor. And baby, you are still in the race.
Thank you.
I love you, sweetheart.
A raw, powerful moment. And who could forget Kylie Sonique Love coming out as a trans woman in the season 2 reunion?
Do you feel safe to share something with the group?
I've always been a girl. I've always been a girl trapped in a boy's body. I started doing drag, and there's just something about it that wasn't enough. And I went to a doctor, and he put me on testosterone blockers and then moved me to hormones, and my levels are even, and I've never been happier in my whole life.
Even a straight drag queen was accepted on the show, even though it shocked everyone when Maddie Morphosis told everyone he was straight.
Now, you have made history being our first straight contestant.
Wait, what?
Right.
Whoa, Maddie is straight?
Now, are you afraid that when you leave here, you won't be straight?
No. What? A straight drag queen. Wow, that's something new.
Yeah, a straight drag queen is something new, but it still didn't matter because she was accepted. Period. These are moments that showed that these queens are more than just performers, that they are trailblazers, teachers, and inspirations. But then again, what is RuPaul's Drag Race without its drama? Don't you act like you didn't come here for the shade. I mean, drag is not drag without a little shade. After all,
in the past, you've actually helped a lot of queens in this competition.
Yeah.
Who's helping you out?
Well, they're all helping me out by being horrible and making me look better. And I'm not just a nasty. I will help them pack to go home. Trust. I mean, you ain't even got to fold some of the shit they're wearing. You just ball it up, put that in bag number 5, get to stepping.
Bianca Del Rio? Bianca Del Rio is definitely up there with one of the best queens to have ever graced the show. Sharp as a nail file. Her reads, instant memes. I mean, with so many clippable moments, who could compete?
Not today, Satan. Not today.
Bianca knows how to keep the tension with most of the other queens. Oh yes, she was so snarky.
It's raining. Well, majority of these younger queens have this idea that it's all about sisterhood and being friendly. I'm in a drag competition. Every clown plays to meet you, Bianca. I thought she was a fucking swordfish. She could flip pages in a book. Being fish is not going to win this competition.
Don't be coming over here now because you all saving stuff. Now you throw it in my motherfucking pit.
Subtitles. She's fish, but she's going to be floating on top.
But none could top after she had had enough of Trinity K. Bonnet.
Let me ask you a very fair question. What do you do successfully? Quickly.
Explaining years later about the incident, Bianca Del Rio had this to say.
Okay. This was a moment. Trinity was there and she complained every episode about they don't get me, they don't understand me. And I was so sick of hearing it that I thought, she's like, I don't sing well, I don't act well, I said, what do you do?
By the way, let us not forget Latrice Royale calling Fi O'Hara ugly respectfully.
Miss Royale, politics can get so ugly. Can you give us an example of a time when you made peace with someone you didn't see eye to eye with?
About 5 minutes ago, I looked across at Miss O'Hara and realized that she was ugly.
Oh.
And I'm at peace with that.
Latrice Royale. Latrice Royale was a breath of fresh air on the show. She was a fan favorite, and across her 3 seasons on the show, she had so many iconic phrases. However, one of her best was the gospel-inspired Jesus is a biscuit. I mean, when Latrice Royale isn't being respectfully disrespectful, she is taking everyone to church.
Latrice, can you take us to church?
Whoa, Jesus is a biscuit. Jesus is a biscuit.
The tune and its phrase soon became a rallying cry for the queens to deal with the stresses of the competition, and they had their favorite chorister, Latrice Royale, to thank for that. Next up, the category is runway slayage. When queens aren't dishing out unforgettable shades or tunes, they are serving some of the most show-stopping fashion moments on reality TV. And who could possibly forget how Season 7 winner Violet Chachki launched herself to the crown? Violet Chachki.
Violet Chachki. Looking smart and partin'.
Get a reveal.
Oh, God. Bay City Row.
In the first episode of Season 7, the queens were tasked with following a proud tradition of runway reveals on Drag Race. In this episode, they had to showcase 2 runway looks, one for fall and one for spring. For many, it was their time to shine. However, none shone like Violet Chachki, who turned the runway into a transformation show, literally shedding her fall look into spring realness.
Looking smart and partin'.
Get a reveal.
Oh, God. Bay City Roller.
I'm giving you touch and eleganza. Being able to serve 2 looks in one is a talent.
It was a perfect first impression, and one other queen on the show that almost topped that was Simone. The Season 13 contestant became a force to be reckoned with from her very first week. I mean, who does a durag runway?
Simone. Yes! She comes from the wrong side of the tracksuit.
A do-rag is a part of Black culture, and I wanted to celebrate that on the stage. And
it was original. It was a fashion statement and no doubt one of the best moments on the show.
It is unapologetic, and that is very Simone.
Do your thing, Simone.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes, you better do rag.
That's Black excellence. That's bold. That's unforgettable. All hail the durag queen. Whew, what a wild ride through the Drag Race Her Story books. For what it's worth, there have been so many iconic moments on the show, and we can only pick a handful. Do you think we missed your personal favorite moment? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a beat. If you enjoyed this video, the next one on your screen is a must-watch.